Today, I want to offer you a quick tip for navigating social situations and making friends as an adult. And this is for you even if you are an INTP, an INTJ, another introverted type. Um, and even if you hate small talk, you hate mixers and parties and any kind of a event designed for connection. Even if you feel socially awkward, this is for you. And, this is coming from a place of uh, I spent many years, even as an extrovert, an ENTP, I spent many years hating small talk, hating mixers, hating cocktail parties where you stand around with your drink and networking events and you're supposed to go talk to people, right? All that crap. I just wanted to go deep with people, have interesting conversations, and it felt really hard to do that. Right, you walk into a room full of people, it's really confusing. What are the rules? Where do I go stand? Who do I talk to? Do we have to go through the small talk crap before we can go deep? Right? So, let's cut through all that. Here's the tip. First of all, recognize that we're in a loneliness epidemic. So, you are not alone here. Most of my clients that I work with nowadays complain about being lonely, about how hard it is to make friends, right? So I think it's so powerful to realize that most people are feeling the same way that you are. You're not the weird one, right? So when you walk into a party, a social event, a networking event, a mixer, whatever it is, a meetup, if you look around the room, instead of assuming everyone else is happy and confident and comfortable and you're the weird one, flip that and assume that everyone or most people there are like you. Right? Sure, there are going to be a few people there who are the true extroverts, ESFPs, ESFJs, people who are really comfortable just, working the room, right? But most people are not like that. Even for me, as an extroverted ENTP, I need the right conditions to really feel comfortable. Most of the time, when I walk into a new space, I feel socially awkward too. So the first part of the tip here is reorienting your framing to imagine or to realize the truth that most of us are struggling in this way, right? And so the second part of the tip is if you assume that, right, that most people are there not because they love mixers, they love small talk, right? Most of the people are there because they're lonely. They're feeling awkward too. They're feeling disconnected. They want connection. They want to go deep. They just don't know how, right? And so if they're engaging in small talk, it's probably because they don't know what else to do. Sure, there's some small number of people who enjoy small talk, right? But a lot of people don't. And they only default to that because they don't know what else to do, right? And so the second part of the tip is if you see this as something that both of you want, right? Both of you want to feel connected. Both of you want friends. Both of you want to go deep. Then you can actually offer someone else the gift of connection. Instead of orienting around, I'm kind of the awkward, desperate, needy one, and I need to find someone who's willing to be with me, right? Instead, you can orient as if, wow, here are people who are suffering, and I can help them. I can give them the gift of connection. And this is especially easier if you look around the room and you identify people who are standing alone. And you go up to them and you give them the gift of rescuing them from their sadness, their loneliness, their disconnection, their discomfort, right? You can help them and in the process help yourself by going up to them saying, hey, I'm Michael. How's it going? And it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to think of the perfect question, the perfect opener. Just introduce yourself. That's it. Say, how are you feeling? How are you doing right now? You can even look for someone who is at an event, at a party, at a meetup, whatever, who's on their phone. And if it looks like they're just kind of bored scrolling, it's probably not because they're enjoying that, right? Think about all the times you've gone to an event and you pull out your phone. When do you pull out your phone? It's probably not because you have something important to do. It's probably because you're feeling disconnected. You're feeling lonely. And you're wishing that someone would come up to you. That's why you pull out your phone, right? So this is kind of a hack. If you look around for the person who's on their phone, they would probably be overjoyed if you came up to them. So don't go for the group of happy people that look like they're all having fun. Look for the people who are off alone, standing by the wall on their phones, right? Those are the people that you can probably connect with most easily. And if you want to make it even easier, come up with 3 interesting questions to ask beforehand. If you need help, just Google interesting questions, ask ChatGPT, whatever you need. Just have a few questions ready. You know, one of my favorites is just, what's something you've been thinking about a lot lately? Or what do you have any personal projects you've been working on? Those 2 questions can open so many doors. All right? So the basic idea is flipping the orientation. Instead of there being something wrong with you, instead it's there's something wrong in the culture right now that's making everyone lonely, right? So how can you identify the people who are probably wanting connection? Go up to them and give it to them. And in the process, give it to yourself. All right? I'd love to hear how it goes in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nourishing day.